This video is to show you how to change the oil in a 2014 Hyundai Elantra GT. First thing you're going to want to do is either jack up your car or stick it on ramps. Ramps are easier for me. There's not a very good place to jack up. I get a center point on the Hyundai Elantra GT underneath, so ramps are just easier. It is low clearance, so if you're a bigger fella, it might be wise to find a good solid jacking point, and of course use jack stands. You're going to use 4¼ quarts of 5W20. If you're going with a 7,500 mile oil change, then you should do the synthetic. If you're doing like a 5,000 or a 3,000 semi or a conventional. For the oil drain plug, you're going to need a 17mm socket. Your oil filter, gonna need a drain pan, gonna need a funnel to put oil in after it. Now this can be done in a relatively quick manner. The way I do it is I'll start draining the oil, I'll walk away, do something else, come back, plug it, remove the filter, let that drain for a while, come back, put the filter on, put the oil in. Effort, 10 minutes of effort tops, but doing that method, it's going to take a little more time, obviously, because you're just walking away doing other stuff, but it's only really using 10 minutes if you have other things to do. So here I am underneath the Elantra. I am on the passenger side front. There is the oil drain plug right there. There is the filter right there. There's the wheel right there to give you some idea. A couple feet in. So first thing you are gonna do is remove that drain plug. I already broke it loose with the socket, so I can hand tight turn it. What I do is I push in while turning it to keep it kind of plugged, so I can, as soon as all threads are disengaged, I can pull it. Get a minimal amount of oil on my fingers because I don't wear gloves, because I don't have any. Let that drain, keep on letting it drain until it's only barely dripping once every couple of minutes. Okay, as you can see, the oil's pretty much all drained, just dripping right now. So now it is time to put the plug back in. Usually, if you buy a good quality filter, you're gonna have a new crush washer. That's that silver washer right there. If your filter comes with one, swap that out. If not, I've never had a problem with just reusing the old one. I'll stick it on in there. Tighten her up. You don't have to go too crazy with this. I've rarely see these leak. If they do, it's just a little drip, and you just go and do it again. So just give it a little bit of torque, not too much. Otherwise, it's hard to get off later. Next time you change your oil. That's tight. Next thing you're gonna do is remove your oil filter. Make sure you move your oil drain pan. So my oil filter, as always, is super stuck, and I still don't own a oil filter wrench like I should. So a trick to get these off when they're super stuck and you can't get it off is to stick a hole in the side of it, let it drain, and then stick like a screwdriver in through the outside, and then turn it like that. Gives you a lot more leverage when you have a screwdriver sticking out the end. And I'll show you how to do that. I'm going to stick a hole in it and let it drain, and I'll show you the where the hole is and where it's draining. Alright, so as you can see, I hammered a screwdriver into the side of that oil filter. That way it gives it a little more leverage. Now I am able to turn it with relative ease. Boom, broke it loose. See, this is where I get all oily. And this is where I'm going to let it drain some more. And once it's done draining, we'll come back. First thing I do, because this is going to make a mess, is I put a hole in the bottom. Let all that oil out of the filter drain out. So it's going to take a little time to do that, but otherwise it becomes such a mess. And it still will be, but it'll be less. Alright, now it looks like it's pretty much well done draining. Got myself a shop towel here so I don't get too oily. Take that filter off all the way. One super important thing to do. Well, see that black gasket on there? Make sure it's on there. If it is not, could be, well, it's going to be stuck up on the filter housing up there, the filter mounting. And if that's the case, you gotta take it off, because the next oil filter is going to have a gasket, and 2 gaskets do not make a good seal. You will lose all of your oil. So make sure the gasket is on the oil filter that you just took off. That is extremely important. Now that's done, I'm gonna go grab the next oil filter. So here is the new oil filter. Take that plastic cover off. And this is supposed to help take this off next time we change the oil. Put a little bit of fresh, clean oil into the cap here. And I am lubing up this gasket on the new filter. I'm not sure this actually helps, but it's something I've always done. I can't see that it hurts. That's all good and lubed up now. Now to put it on the car. Underneath the car again. Get that filter up there. Careful not to touch anything. You don't want to get some kind of dirt or stone or something like that in between. So here, you're gonna hand tighten it. So once it's tight, you are going to do no more than a quarter turn. This is especially important if you're using a oil filter wrench, because you do not want to over tighten this bad boy. Otherwise you have struggles like I just had before, where you have to stick a hole in your filter and use a screwdriver or some other leveraging device to get that bad boy off. So that's done. Oil filter is on, it's tight. The oil plug is tight. Now it's time to go up top and add oil. Alright, we're up top. Gonna add some oil. Take off the oil cap. Grab your funnel. Make sure it's nice and clean. And then pour your oil in. Make sure you use 4 1/4 quarts for the 14 Elantra GT 2.0 liter motor. After you got 4¼ quarts in there, next step, obviously remove your funnel. Put the cap back on. Start the engine up. Look underneath. Make sure there's no leaking going on. And then you are good to go. I hope you liked this video. I hope it was informative enough for you. Have any questions? Leave it in the comments. Thumbs up.